Hello, time has passed, hair has grown longer, and today we're going to talk about burpees. It's going to be a two-parter. First part, we're just going to be talking about form. This whole video is about what we're doing with our hands, what we're doing with our feet, how to do a burpee, and also kind of delving into how there are lots of different people's perception of what a burpee is. You might hate them right now, and you might be doing the toughest one. You might be able to do an easier one and go, oh, actually this is quite nice. So we're gonna cover that a little bit later. We're also gonna do a part 2 video where we're gonna discuss how to make burpees tougher, how to make them easier, exercises to build on our burpee to be able to get better at doing them, and also talking about a devil's press, which is probably the easiest way to make it the most horrible thing in the world.
This is the worst possible burpee you could do.
So let's get into it. With our burpees, we're going to discuss what to do with your upper body. We have 3 different variations that you can do with your arms. Firstly, you can do a strict push-up where your chest comes all the way down to the ground. You can do a relaxed push-up where you control down to the ground. And also, you don't need to come down to the ground. You can just keep your arms straight. Those are your 3 most oftenly seen variations that people go, oh, I don't want to do a full burpee to the floor because my shoulders aren't strong enough just yet. But they might only know about doing the strict and not the relaxed one. So we're going to go through those first. Burpee number 1, we're discussing our strict push-up with our close feet and stepping back. So this burpee number 1, really controlled with your body. You're descending in a really controlled manner, using the strength, trying to keep it nice and strict, and then you're stepping back in to then stand up all the way and do our jump. As we control down, it is a bit more of a squat. Hands want to be shoulder width apart, and then I'll step back as we do our nice strict press up. Burpee number 2 is actually a little bit nicer to do. It's a relaxed push-up, where as we come down, we're still doing the hands down to the floor, we're still stepping back, but as we come down, our knees touch the floor, then our hips touch the floor, and then our chest touch the floor. It just takes that pressure off of your shoulders, then actually you're still able to get to the ground without having to do a full strict push-up, especially if you can't just yet. One main focus is as you come up, you do the reverse. Your chest comes up first, then your hips, then your knees, and then you step back in to stand up and jump. Burpee number 3. This one is about our not having to do a push-up. Let's say we have got a shoulder injury and just holding a plank is quite tough. Coming down, doing our step back, stepping back in and jumping is completely fine to do. If you're following along, we have just finished discussing what we do with our arms. We've got our strict push-up, our relaxed push-up, and also no push-up at all. Now we have to talk about what we're doing with our legs. It might get a bit more confusing now because we've got the 3 variables of our arms along with 4 variables of our legs. So let's go through them. Firstly, we've already discussed close feet stepping back. We're going to use, let's say, burpee number 2. As you can see, where we're relaxing down and we're controlled in that position, but we're stepping back with our feet and they're close. It doesn't give that much of a nice solid base to be able to actually stabilize when you come back up to be able to jump at the top of your burpee. You could do the same thing but faster, so we're not stepping back but we're jumping back, as you can see in burpee number 4, burpee 5, and burpee 6, which are our strict, relaxed and no push-ups, but with us jumping back with our feet. That's a good way to be able to do those burpees faster. You have to be a bit more controlled to be able to stabilize when you land, but you will get more reps done in a shorter period of time and a little bit more out of breath. Now let's think about how we've got our close feet and it's not that great of a stable base. What would be better is to have our feet wider when we land. Burpee number 7, where we're going to be doing strict push-up and our wide step back. So we're stepping backwards into our burpee to be able to then do a strict push-up, and as we step back in with our wide base, we actually don't need to come up as high. Our legs are kind of out of the way for our body to be able to float upwards and jump at that top of the burpee. You can see the same thing in burpee number 8 with our relaxed wide stepping back, and burpee number 9 with our no push-up with our nice wide step back. Our last 3 are our wide jump back. Now, I'm gonna jump straight to number 11. Yes, that was a pun, I am sorry. But 11 is my favorite burpee. This is the one I could do for like 3 hours straight if I just take a nice easy pace. Jump those feet back, relax those knees down, jump your feet back in wide, jump at the top. All of that's a really nice flowing way to be able to get your burpees done without having too much energy. It's probably the least energy expenditure, even less so than our number 12, and especially less than our number 10 because of that strict push-up. You do want to think about where you normally deem a burpee. I personally think a burpee all the way to the floor, all the way up, jumping at the top, is probably the best bang for your buck because you get your shoulders active, you get your triceps active, your chest activates, you're using your core to be able to keep that center line stability. The reason why I like the relaxed one, to be able to let your knees and hips and then chest touch the floor, is because actually I'm active in those positions. We're going to discuss that in part 2 and show some exercises that are really beneficial to help those positions and also kind of just show those different points and how they match up doing that relaxed burpee position. So, final thoughts on burpees and how to make you actually like them and want to do them. Try the variations with regards to burpees that you might enjoy slightly more. Again, if you've got a shoulder issue, just do no push-up. That's fine. But I'd also suggest number 11, which we did, which was our relaxed wide feet jumping back. That's the one I like the most. And if you can't jump back because of knee issues or not being able to explode in that lower position backwards, then do the step back, but still have it wide. That wide base is going to be nicer to get up. Relaxing down to the ground is going to be also nicer than having to do the strict push-up. And do them a little bit slower. You don't have to do them crazy fast. Take your time, enjoy the movement. It's rhythmic. It's almost a bit like music if you really get into it. Do 100 burpees in a row if you want to, or just do 10. Do stick around for part 2, go and watch that. It's more about how to progress and how to do other exercises to build on your burpee and to be stronger in those positions. Thanks.